welcome to Conversations, Cocktails, and Connections.
It's a pleasure to be here.
I'm Amy Hester.
And I'm Emily Reeves.
It's so funny when we come on and we're like, hi, Emily. That's when I totally think every single time of that Saturday Night Live skit. It's like, hi.
That's funny. I never thought about that.
I mean, it makes me laugh, kind of a little chuckle.
Are you ready for a drink?
Yeah, I am really ready.
It's been a full day of work, and we are ready for a drink. So tonight we're going to make a perfect Manhattan. So we have made a Manhattan before.
Okay.
And this is called a perfect Manhattan. So it actually has both sweet and dry vermouth in it. And I think our previous one just had one or the other. I can't remember which one. So I'm going to mix that up for us.
It went down.
It always does. We're getting this out of our Cocktails with a Twist book because it's a fave. And we're using our Rocktown Bourbon, another fave. So, you got to stick with what you like, I think. So
yes, you do.
We're going to...
I cannot wait to go to Rocktown.
In person?
Hence, Rocktown. We want to go there in person, have a little...
maybe we'll wait till we're vaccinated.
Yeah. I want to be on the list. Have you signed up for anything yet?
No, I mean, I don't even know if you can. I just assume
people keep asking me, like, are you on a list? Are you on a list? I'm like, well...
I mean, they're publishing... like the groups or whatever, like they've got everything kind of divided into groups. And, I mean, we're so far out of...
Well, it's funny because every day, of course, I've told you guys that I talk COVID daily, and I hear things, different sides to a bunch of from different angles, right? Okay. So some person might have a different story about how they're on the list or when they're getting their vaccination. Mm-hmm. Well, today... Courtney was saying that her husband he's whatever in the next bracket, but I'm not. And she's like, I'm so pissed because he works from home. Mm-hmm. And I'm not exactly sure
what does he do?
I'm not exactly sure, but it's
like
an
Matthew,
IT kind of
Matthew
thing.
may start getting his next week because he's a teacher.
Yeah.
Are
they going to the school to do that?
I think so. Yeah,
that's good.
My dad got his first one today. Now he's in Louisiana.
Yeah.
And he's, he needs it.
He needs it.
He's in the age group.
Yeah.
So he got his first one today. So I'm real excited. He said his second one's supposed to be on February 2nd. And I was like, great. So I'm going to try to go see him shortly after that because it's been a year since I've seen him. Last time I saw him was in March.
I haven't seen my grandmother.
So.
I mean, I've talked to her and it's really a shame because she's 93. Yeah. And she has been staying home and my uncle lives with her and they've been staying home. And she had to go to, I think, a cardiologist appointment before Christmas, maybe. And, like, the next day, they got a call that one of the nurses in the doctor's office had COVID. Mm. And which it was not her nurse, and she's fine. But it's like the outing that she goes out to go to the doctor, she gets the call. And other than that, she's been staying at home.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, that smells really good.
All right.
We'll pretend there's a twist.
There's supposed to be a lemon twist garnish, but I don't have lemon.
Who needs that anyway?
I don't have lemon, and I didn't plan far enough in advance.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. You know what would be really funny?
No. What would be really funny? It's good. It's
Whoa.
strong. It's
if
strong.
they had fake zest.
Yeah.
Like if you... Oh, my God. We're totally doing that. Like if you just had because it's a prop... Like, if you forgot, you just throw it in there.
I mean, we could probably,
it's not necessary, but,
if we needed a squeeze of lemon, I've got lemon juice, but, but just, as the prop, I see what you're saying, just to make it look good.
Like what people take pictures of fake hamburgers for TV, right? Mm-hmm. It's got to be out there.
I'm sure it is.
I mean, we would have no other need for it besides this, but it's it would be a good prop to have. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, well, let's clean up and visit a little bit. It's like every time, that's one of those things, I'll buy equipment and, I'll do all this research, and then as soon as I get it home, I'm like, I find something else that I should have done differently, I'm like, how did that happen after all that research? And I think it's just because there's just so much out there.
Oh, I can only imagine. So, me asking you if you can return it. Okay, so she bought a microphone that she doesn't like.
Yeah. It's the one that's on top of my camera.
Yeah. You can't see it.
And it's like, I've had it in my cart for like months. Like I did so much research, but anyway, go ahead.
Well, that just reminded me, because I asked you if you could return it. And so I got Matt some cologne for Christmas. And I tried to be chintzy. And it's backfired.
Yeah.
Because
you do typically get what you pay for.
Well, and it wasn't cheap. I mean, I bought, so anyway, we, going back, I'd found, I'm real picky with smells. And Matt's kind of picky too. We don't like anything like real strong. It needs to be clean and fresh for both of us. And so we had gone to Vegas. Not Matt, went with some people from the salon. And we went to Vegas, went into the Creed place, which I typically don't like to go. Somebody I was with wanted to go smell. And so I went and I found one cologne that I was like, okay, I think I like this, but I have to get out of this store. And so they gave me a sample. Okay, it was amazing. Love it on him. Okay, well, the big one's like $450. Okay, so, and the sample that they gave was huge, okay? And it lasted for a long time because he doesn't really just wear cologne a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, fast forward to about a month ago. He was looking at like a J. Crew, and there was like an ad for, I think it was Chanel Blue, like a men's. And he said he liked it. And so I was like, okay, he likes it. I went to smell. I was like, okay, it kind of smells good. Doesn't smell like the other one. I bought it. And I bought the big one. And it was like $160 from Nordstrom. So I got it out. Every time he's put it on since, I'm like, ooh, we've got a whole
lot of that
to get rid of. And so I finally went, okay, I just don't like that. It smelled really powdery. Anyway, we had thrown away the packaging and everything. And Nordstrom's, love them. They allowed me to send it back without the packaging and everything. I mean, which only had probably like 5 squares out of it.
That's nice.
But isn't that nice?
Do you know that I read today that a lot of big retailers have done the math on returns and have figured out that it is not worth the money to them to get the product back. So they're telling people to keep the product and they're issuing the refunds. And
that has happened to me a couple of times on Amazon. And it's usually with something really small and not very expensive, like a pencil. I mean, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah. You tried to return a pencil?
No, I'm just saying.
But
like,
yeah.
It's something like $10 or less.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
like,
if that's the case, like I may try to return more stuff. Because like to me, it's just the hassle of like packaging it up and taking it to the thing. And I'm like, I just
it's
like
a pain in the ass.
Yeah, like there's something I was supposed to return and my printer is not working right, so I can't print the label. And I was like, you know what?
That's so frustrating.
I was like, I literally said, fuck it. I was
you
like,
kept it. Well, that happened to me with
'cause
Amazon.
I never return stuff.
I accidentally hit the Kohl's return, which pissed me off. And so then I had to return something to Kohl's, which if you don't know where Kohl's is in Little Rock, and I don't really shop there,
it's not convenient to our location.
It's not convenient. Okay. And so I was like, okay, I'll take it. It was in my car for like 2 months, and then I like missed the deadline.
Of course, yeah.
So that was a mistake on my part because I was just trying to hurry. But I did buy some Adidas tennis shoes for myself for Christmas, and I never really have problems with shoes. I mean, I have a 9.5 narrow foot. Nobody makes narrows, so I typically go with a 9. And I read the reviews. Do they run big? Okay, bought these shoes. I'm having to return them twice to get an 8.5. I bought a 9.5.
Oh my gosh.
Returned them, got a 9, and then now I'm returning them again to get an 8.5. But I love them.
You must if you're going through this much trouble.
Yeah, I do like them because now I've what if I ordered another pair of Adidas and have to go through the same thing again? I mean,
but I bet they're probably all different.
They're all different. Yeah. So I don't know.
Watch, you're gonna get them, then you're gonna start wearing them, and then you're gonna be like, "Oh, these are really uncomfortable. I don't like them."
I know. I am a little nervous. I think it might be because my foot is narrow, but I don't know.
So I have a wide foot. So I have the opposite problem.
My sister has the opposite,
and it's been a whole thing. And like this year, we get into feet issues. Like this year, I decided like. To go for the whole like barefoot zero drop, like foot shaped shoes.
Okay,
and I am in love. Okay, so I've tried 3 different brands.
Okay,
and my favorite brand is Ultra. Okay, and so you have a pair of Ultras now too.
Yes, I have a story to tell you about that. Which I saw yours first, but when I went to go running. I didn't realize I was buying the same shoes, but because
Same brand, because yours
the
look
same brand.
totally different. Yeah.
I was needing. I have bunions.
Well, I have one now too, but I just got it during COVID. Like, and I think I got it for my cycling shoes.
I cannot bend my big toes. Like they're not like protruding out like big time, but it's been a slow bunion process since my 20s, and now if when I'm at the gym working out, if I don't have support in the toe, like if it's more of like one of those sock tennis shoes, I can't do it.
Yeah.
So when I went to go running, those had a really rubbery toe, and that's why I bought them. But when I bought those, they make your foot sit differently. Like
It's
the
flat.
back,
It's zero drop.
well, I don't think it's completely zero because your foot, the heel, sits a little. I don't know, because even when I was working out, they actually hurt my feet for the first like week or so if I wore them all day because of how the heel. Most of your pressure is in the heel, and so when I was working out, so I work out with Glenn. He's been on the show before, and so we do kettlebells. So he started looking at me. He's like, "Did you get some new shoes?" And I was like, "Yeah, aren't they cool?" And I was thinking they were like these great, like, "Oh, you did a good job of picking these out." And he was like, "Well, it totally messed with my balance. So the form of doing the kettlebells, so I had to just take my shoes off when I do them.
Interesting.
So I don't even wear them to work out anymore. It was really strange.
That's interesting. I mean,
They're comfortable.
I love them. Now I've tried 2 different styles from that brand, and like one I don't like, and then the other I do. So I now have 3 pairs of the other. But they're very athletic looking, right? And then I've tried Vivo Barefoot, which I got like they're just like white sneaker, like little like white lace ups that are super cute and comfortable, and I love those. And I've bought like some hiking boots that they have and some sandals. Like so, I've got because when I find something I like, I buy multiples. And then I've tried limbs, and they're just super cute and like have this retro look, but they're not quite wide enough for me. Well, but I like them.
That's the one thing with the Altas, is that right?
Ultras.
They have a super wide toe bed.
Yeah.
And
which I love because I'm wide feet, but it may be different for you.
Well, I bought some for Matt because Matt has a really wide toe.
Yeah.
Like,
Matthew loves them.
Emily is my girl husband.
I'm the
like,
male.
You're the male version.
I'm the female version of Matt.
Yes, thank you.
He's the male version of Emily. Yeah. It's true. Like we do have a lot in common.
It's crazy. But anyway, I did buy he's really hard to buy for everything, but especially shoes because he does have a really big foot, and I thought those would be just great. Because sometimes he'll wear a 14.
Gosh, he does have a big foot.
But he,
I mean, Matthew Dean he's tall. I think Matthew's taller than Matt, and Matthew Dean's foot isn't that big.
We're not gonna go into it.
I know. Well, I mean, like lengthwise, but
but Matt's foot is it's like wider at the toe, and so I thought for those they didn't have a 14 in them. I was like, well, we can get a 13 because it's wider. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So he's gonna. I knew he'd take them back.
So they don't make 14 at all?
Well, it was the day before Christmas.
Oh, I was gonna say because if you go online and like,
I bought them at Ozark Outdoors.
Okay.
Locally.
Okay. Well, Matthew likes the Ultras as well, but he likes a different style than I do.
Yeah.
And he's more of a shoe whore than I am. Like, can you believe that?
Yeah.
Like, I mean.
No, actually, I can't.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I think he bought them in like literally every color they have.
Well, how did you figure out which ones you were going to like the best? Like yourself? I mean,
well, I got on their website and like I read the full description because I'm a researcher. It's what I do. So like I read the full description of every single one, and then I read the reviews, and I was like, okay, so I picked out 2 pairs.
Yeah.
And
I do like the reviews. I mean, I don't think I started really doing reviews until like 4 or 5 years ago when I used to I guess before we didn't have an Anthropology.
Yeah, because
No, that was
they
probably
have a good
longer.
review system. Yeah.
They do, and
Because people tell their like height and weight
Yes.
and age, and
sometimes
that makes
they'll take a picture of themselves too.
yeah, and that makes a huge difference.
Um,
and they're like, this is cheaply made, or
well,
it doesn't
so
have a
I
lining,
feel like
or
sometimes
whatever.
their stuff is very
It's hit or
poorly
miss. It's hit or
made.
miss. Yeah.
I think that they got really big and they like branded their own. There's one particular brand in there, and I think that's their own brand.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, like I remember, like just like obsessing over this one dress, and it was so cute. And when it finally went on sale, I was ready to go and buy it, and every review was like the lining is like a size or two smaller than the actual dress.
Yeah. I mean, I've read
disappointed in that.
I've read some of that stuff too. And you know, I mean, I haven't bought anything from Anthropologie in a long time, mostly because I haven't been anywhere.
Yeah.
Like it just, I mean, literally, I
We
wear
do locally
wear
have one now.
leggings as pants every single day because I don't leave the house. And then when I leave the house, I'm like, fuck it, my ass is hanging out, whatever.
You know,
Sorry, Ellen.
I mean, I swear I would wear regular clothes. I mean, I would wear like leggings and which I do sometimes wear, and just like tennis shoes at work every day. Like today, I wore this, which
I know,
is a
you're
blazer
super cute.
and my Dolly t-shirt. And so
I thought about putting on a blazer for you, and I was like,
you still owe us a corduroy blazer.
I know. I actually put it on.
I'm gonna bring my
And then I took
I'm
it back
going
off.
to
I'm like-
bring my shoulder pads for one, so we can discuss shoulder pads.
Okay, we can. My blazer doesn't need shoulder plaids. I was actually gonna wear. I have a plaid blazer that's like brown plaid,
Yeah.
like very like almost identical to this. That I almost was like, oh, I'm gonna wear that today. And then when I was getting dressed, I was like, no, I'm not. Why am I gonna wear that? I'm not gonna wear that all day, and I'm not gonna get dressed for
Yeah.
this. Which I mean,
You know, okay, let me just tell you a little funny thing is that if we do 2 podcasts, I bring another outfit to act like it's a different day. Emily does nothing.
I wear the exact same thing. I don't change my hair. I don't change
and
my
I did
lipstick.
maybe we should edit that out so no one knows my secret.
I mean,
I'm
but
just
it's
kidding.
pretty obvious because we
I know.
take pictures and it's like, you know,
Yeah.
but they don't always like line up like sequentially. But I just,
I know. Well,
it's not that I don't care. I very much care how I look, but I just
Yeah.
like, I'm like, I just don't have the energy to change my shirt. Which is so stupid. But I mean, you always are like,
I use her pantry for my dressing.
I know, and like Amy, like she'll change her jewelry.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, and I'm like, I don't even have on jewelry. Like, we're lucky that I put on my wedding ring most days. Like,
Okay. So do you sleep in your jewelry?
no, I do. No, I had like for the past few months, I've been sleeping in this necklace. This was like one of my mom's necklaces,
Yeah.
and for some reason, like
It just happened and
well, this is a really strange thing, but like, I like thought like one day I thought about this necklace, and I never wore this
I think
necklace.
you told me about this necklace.
I don't think so.
Because you were talking about okay, maybe
Uh-uh.
not.
It's
No,
got like
that's-
it's like a guardian angel on it. And
I
it's,
don't know because I had a coin necklace and I think you were talking.
I have a couple of coin necklaces, but I don't think we
Okay.
talked about this. And
That's
anyway, it's
really
like one of these
cute.
things like I just thought about randomly. My mom used to wear it all the time.
Yeah.
And like I must have had a dream about it or something. Like, and I got up the next morning and I was like, I'm gonna find that necklace. And like I
You
went
need
through all
a
my
guardian
stuff,
angel right now.
and I put it on, and I haven't taken it off. Like I shower in it, I sleep in
Yeah.
it, I work out in it, which I'm real weird about jewelry. Like I don't like to have jewelry on at all.
Yeah.
I can sleep in my watch, but it doesn't. But it like
you got to charge it.
yeah, I can charge it before I go to bed
Yeah.
and all that stuff. But like anything else, I want it all off of me as soon as
See,
possible.
I always have slept in my wedding rings, and then like I have some right hand rings. Now I do have an extra ring on this finger, and I would take this off, and
Mm-hmm.
then my necklaces. But I would always sleep in these rings.
I can't imagine.
But I can't anymore because I'm a workout girl, and I'm getting calluses on my hands. No, I'm not kidding. Like it has gotten to where and it's not. You can just see, but it just
Mm-hmm.
pinches. And if I don't take my damn rings off at night, I can't take them
Come
off in the
yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
With oil, with lotion, they will not come off.
Yeah.
And it makes me so mad. So I have to I'm trying to get into a better habit of taking them off.
Yeah. I mean, I wear mine so rarely now that it's like sometimes they're hard to put on and off.
You know
Like,
what?
But I did get the tattoo on my finger, so like I
Yeah.
feel like I'm like
I have gotten to where I almost just like wearing my band
Mm-hmm.
and not like the wedding, like the engagement ring. And I'm kind of cool with that. It didn't have to have like a big thing.
Isn't it funny? Like I think that
Yeah.
changes as you get older. It's like, or maybe it's the longer you've been married. I don't know. I mean, but
Yeah,
you've been
I
married
mean-
a lot longer than I have.
But I mean,
I've been married more times than you have, though.
That's true.
I mean, if we're gonna do like one ups, like
Like, I can't
I
get
got
my
this
ring off
column,
right
you
now.
got that.
I can't. I mean, I have those little beads at the bottom
Yeah.
that makes it really hard to get off. But anyway, new subject.
Hey,
Okay.
I got us some stickers.
If you don't know this about me, I love stickers because
She has a whole sticker pole.
I have a sticker pole,
Not a stripper pole.
not a stripper pole.
So I got stickers made.
Maybe someday when.
I'm gonna let you hold these.
Maybe someday when actually we can have a party at the salon and we can celebrate, maybe we can actually use the sticker ball as a stripper pole and not pretend not like real strippers.
So I couldn't decide. Like, I love the die cut version. So
I love it.
Die cut with the logo, but then I also got the square versions where it's got the talk
Yeah.
show and podcast and then has the website address.
I
so
love it.
if you start seeing these around town, and maybe what we should do is when we send our thank you notes
I know. I was just gonna say
to our
suggest
guests,
that.
we should put one in there,
Yes.
and then and so as we go through them, we'll order more, restock, see what we
I love
like.
them. Who made them?
So I ordered these from Sticker Mule, which I really, really like. They're super easy to use, and I know they make a quality sticker. I've ordered
Like
from
they
Sticker
feel really
Mule.
good.
Yeah, like Sticker Mule is like one of the old, like they've been around for a long time. They
Okay.
know what they're doing, and so over the years, I've ordered stickers from them for clients and stuff like that.
So I'm gonna put one in my car, but I can't decide which one. Which one should I do?
I know here.
So maybe I should have a poll. Which one should I put on my car?
So I don't think that people will be able to see the website on your
No.
car because it's real small.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of thinking just
This
the
is
die cut
so
logo.
cute.
It's real
They're
cute.
definitely both going on the sticker pole.
Yeah. And I couldn't decide, like, I was like, do I put our names? But I wanted people to know what it, like, if somebody just saw the sticker, it's
Yeah.
more like a business card. Like, I wanted them to know
Yeah.
what it was and then how to find it.
I mean, how cute! I'm gonna put it on my computer too.
Yeah. I'm going to put it on, like, my Yeti. I've got some, like, equipment boxes that I'm going to put it
'Cause
on.
the quality of
And-
this feels like it's okay if it gets wet.
Yeah, no, it's a good
sticker.
It's a
I'm-
good sticker. 2021 is not shaping up to be
No.
better than 2020
I
at this
know.
point. So I'm switching subjects, but I saw somebody has like started keeping a list. Like they shared it on Twitter, which I love Twitter. You're not on Twitter as much.
I get on it
occasionally.
I've been honestly in the last like couple months. I've been going more there for news
Yeah.
resource. I don't post very much because I think when I set up my Twitter account, I was trying to do it for the salon, and then it ends up having my name. I mean, it was just like this whole, and I don't even remember why.
And you don't use it, so there's no point. Like
I
this
don't
is.
want to be a dumb. I feel like Twitter might be a little bit more.
I'm gonna tell you, it's not.
I know.
I know what you're about to say, and it's not.
Well, I just feel like I don't want to mess up anything and like say something stupid on there, which we obviously know some people do. People say stupid things all the time, and I'm the queen of typing too quickly and being in a hurry and auto change.
Yeah,
and then I hit send or I hit go, and then I'll read. I always do this
Afterwards.
Yes, I read it right after. It's like, oh fuck, makes me so mad, and I'm like, why can't I get it through my big brain?
Yeah.
That I need to proofread it before I do it.
Well, anyway, so I saw this thing on Twitter. So yeah,
Sorry.
we can talk about the salon on Twitter. I don't think it's a necessary thing, but I mean, for the salon, not to talk about.
No, I
but,
would actually rather it just be mine and not have the salon.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, so this person, I'm sure multiple people are doing this, but she shared it and it kind of went viral. She's like, I started making a list of the daily like headline of 2021, and
headline where?
like in
whose
news,
headline?
like what's making the news,
Okay.
right? So and I can't remember what was on January 1st, but like January 2nd was Bean Dad, which you probably didn't even hear about because it was kind of a Twitter thing. But this guy who's a podcaster and like has a pretty significant following told this whole story, like tweet by tweet, about how he was in the middle of something and his kid was hungry, like his 6-year-old was hungry, and he thought, oh, well, this is a learning moment. I told her to eat some beans, and then she was like, how do you how do you make beans? He's like, you open the can, and she says, how do you open the can? And he didn't show her how to open the can. He's like, here, you figure it out, and then like tweeted the whole thing, and he's like, it was like a 6-hour process before the kid actually got to eat.
How old was the kid?
6. And so
I don't think I would have known how to open a can.
Or maybe 9 or whatever. It was a little kid. Like it's like when kids, like you show them and then you let them do
it. Yeah. You don't just
anyway. And so he got canceled, and like he deleted his whole account. It was this whole thing. So that was January 2nd. So anyway, it was like this whole thing because we were like,
so he's known as Bean Dad.
Bean Dad. Like that was the headline on like kind of the person that made the news. And it was like one day it was like Kim and Kanye.
Who cares?
Another day it was the Georgia Secretary of State phone call. Then it was like insurrection at the Capitol, at the U.S. Capitol. And then it was like, I mean, it was just like, it was like, really, we're 10 days into... We're 10 days.
And Kanye West and Kim Kardashian makes me sick that they make headlines for their divorce because of course it's going to happen because it's crazy.
But it was so fleeting because, because of everything that's... So the headline yesterday was Trump on a manatee. So somebody, you may have seen this. Matthew came in and tried to show it to us while we were doing our thing. Somebody like scratched in Trump's name on the back of a big manatee like whale, and somebody got a picture of it like floating, like it's alive. It's alive and swimming in the ocean, but they like basically like Trump, and so that was like the headline yesterday. Trump on a manatee
is like the most kind. It's like the gentle giant of the ocean.
Yeah.
Okay. They're like dogs. They will come up to you, and I have actually witnessed in Florida, and they just are helpless. They'll like, if you pour a bottle of water, they'll drink it. Like,
it's so sad.
I mean, that makes me sick.
I mean, so anyway, like 2021 has already been a clusterfuck. Sorry, Ellen.
I feel like I'm living in a soap opera, but not necessarily a cushy soap opera. I mean, it's like a war zone / well, I can't say soap opera because there's not like lovemaking going on. Like, where are the peaceful people that are like, I'm gonna take my bra off?
Yeah, where are our 70s like protesters?
Let's bring them out. Let's like get some flags and some music and like wear your mask. Did you see the crowd from the Alabama game?
I started hyperventilating.
I literally wanted to text Donna because we
had just talked about it. I know.
Donna Bragg is a huge Alabama.
Well, that episode aired today.
Yeah. So it looked like Mardi Gras.
That's exactly what I told Matthew. I was like, I got up this morning because I was like, Matthew, did you see the video of the crowds in Tuscaloosa? And he's like, no. He's like, I'm sure. I was like, I'm sure. No. He goes, I'm sure it's crazy. I was like, no. You need to watch it. It looks like it's Mardi Gras on a regular year.
It kind of looks like, what was that game that was played and was it Notre Dame? And everybody like rushed the field.
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm not a football. It's really funny that I'm even referencing.
I know.
Game.
Well, it's more about the crowd.
Game?
Well, but the crowd. So, have you seen that several of our Congress people now have COVID because of being in the locked room with people that didn't want to wear a mask because they don't believe in it? I mean, it
makes me sick a little bit. I had a client today. He's a real estate agent, and we always talk about, her business, and she sold a house that was next door to me, so I always like to just kind of like find out what's going on in my neighborhood, if she knows anything. And anyway, she literally just told me that she had a client that she was about to close, and the man died
from COVID.
She was closing, and he passed away. Isn't that crazy? So and I told her, I was like, it's a terrible thing, of course, but it's like those hearing stories, which everybody needs to hear a story from somebody they know.
Right. Well, until somebody they know gets it and has serious problems, nobody's going to believe it. It's like Chris Christie. He was anti, COVID until he ended up in the ICU.
Yeah, and now he had a different story.
Yeah. Now he's all anti-Trump.
I haven't seen anything about I like the news somewhat. I don't probably hear it as much as you do, and because of the source stream. Mm-hmm. So I haven't heard anything about Chris Christie in a while.
I mean, he's just.
I know he believes in how serious COVID is.
Yeah, well, he's anti-Trump now.
Oh, he wants a job.
Don't they all?
Call me Biden. That's what he's saying. Okay. What is your feeling on the Vogue cover with Kamala Harris? It makes me mad that things cause controversy for no reason.
Yeah.
Because the photographer, and I don't know his name right now, but he is an African American photographer who shot this for for Vogue, and I think that it's really cool. Like I feel like it shows I feel like it immediately shows her personality. Mm-hmm. It's not super glamorous, and hell, she's going to be in office for 4 years, so she's going to have her time to have a glamour, and then even after.
Mm-hmm. You know, I think what I want to know is what she thinks about it.
Yeah,
because I don't think that they approve. I mean, they obviously took the shot, and like I don't know.
Do
if
you know the digital
has
cover
the blue suit. Did you read any of the background on it? Like, she styled herself. They brought clothes from her closet, so those were all her clothes.
Well, then there should be no.
And she styled herself. Now, as far as like the set, which I do think the set looks really messy. It's like kind of weird looking. Like obviously the Vogue, the photographer and the Vogue people.
The backdrop further away, like so you're seeing like the sun. Maybe,
yeah, but even the blue suit version, it's a weird backdrop, and so I don't know the story behind the backdrop and how that was shot, but like or the lighting. I mean, I think she's gorgeous no matter what, but I see why people are upset about it.
Yeah. I love that she has her Converse on though.
No, I think she's precious, and I mean, yeah,
will she regret not being like in a gown? But she has. So the thing is she's not there yet. Like she's elect, so she's not in office yet. So maybe she feels like, hey, this isn't real yet. I
mean, I don't know. If that's the story, I wish they would tell it.
Yeah. It'd be really cool if next month they show her in an inauguration gown.
Yeah, but she's not going to be on the cover 2 months in a row.
It'd be cool if she was.
No, I agree. And I'm so nervous about the inauguration right now that I don't even care about gowns and events. Like, yeah. I'm in that crowd of, I'm pretty cool if they do it in an undisclosed location and just do it virtually. Like, I don't think they need to have the public spectacle. I mean, as of right now, they are. And Biden said publicly, I'm not afraid to be outside. We're going to do this. Oh, God. And,
yeah, that worries me a little bit. A lot.
So
anyway, there's some crazy people out there, and somebody told me about one of the guys that was at the Capitol last week, and he was trying to get on an airplane and like.
Oh no! Did you see the video?
I haven't seen the video yet. I've got to watch it.
I think I told you about it last night.
Okay, maybe you did.
I think it was me.
Somebody told me.
You talk to a lot of people all day, though, but like,
all day long I've been wanting to like look this up because I was talking about it earlier to somebody.
Oh, it's terrible. I mean, it's ridiculous because he's whining and crying and like the whole airport. I remember telling you this because the whole you can hear it perfectly in everybody's cell phone camera because the whole airport is quiet as they all have their cameras up videoing him as he like cries because they're calling him a terrorist and won't let him get on the flight. He's on a no-fly list.
Where was he going? Where was his hometown?
I don't know.
I hope it's not Arkansas, but there is proudly there is an Arkansan that's been arrested.
He's proud. We're
not proud at all.
But I saw today that he could go to jail for 10 years and get a $250,000 fine.
Is that because he stole Nancy Pelosi's mail?
I don't.
Is it a federal thing or is it?
I don't know the details. I just saw like the headline was like.
I'm just curious,
based on the charges against him.
What makes it stick? Because.
I don't know, but there is photographic evidence.
There is.
And video. I mean,
quite a bit of dumb people. If you're gonna do something
and
illegal,
half of them are saying now, "Oh, I didn't mean to do it. I was just caught up in the moment." You were caught up in the moment as you were literally like this one guy's like hanging from the railing of the second floor of the like Senate room, and it's like, how did you get caught up in? And then the guy that's the shaman with the thing,
the head.
He hasn't. His mom went to court and said that he hasn't eaten in 4 days because the court isn't feeding him his organic diet. And
does he live with his mother? Maybe sounds like it.
Anyway, he's
not eating because he's freaking scared.
Well, now he's getting fed his organic diet because it's like a religious thing and part of being in jail. Like it's part of prisoner rights is that you have to be allowed to be fed your because there's all these different
That's
food
crazy.
things with religions. And so now he's getting his organic food, but his mom had to go crying to court because he wasn't getting his organic food. That's part of his,
Could you
shaman
not just lie
religion.
and say, yeah, bitch, this is organic.
Well, I know somebody
Straight from my toilet.
I saw somebody say like, is he looking for the sticker, the yellow sticker that says it's organic? Like, how does he know? But I mean, it's just, dumbass shit. I mean,
oh my gosh. Well, this is going to make good talk, Emily. So I look forward to I just am ready to wrap this part of 2021 up. I know,
but we probably got another month of this at least. We'll see. Okay, well, let's get off our political soapboxes because nobody wants to hear our opinions on that.
We didn't really give any opinion. Honestly.
No, we did.
If anybody thinks that is what you should, that's not a protest. That's not a peaceful.
No, that's illegal.
It's illegal.
Yeah.
When you broke into something and you're stealing, and that's whatever
and
party.
All of these people
party
deserve what they get.
You deserve it if you injured an animal. That makes me want to cry.
Like, what the?
We don't have children of our own, so we love our animals. And the fact that you if I was to think that manatee was my dog, I would fucking kill you. Sorry, Ellen.
It's insane. Okay, with that.
Love you, mean it.
Love you, mean it. Finished my drink. It was pretty tasty.
Really good. It was really good. Good job.